Okay, today we're going to finish talking about APIs. Let me run this. The first one we're going to look at, or the last one, one of the last ones we're going to look at is the basic Google Map. So we're going to look at the source code first, Google Map.js. So there's a function declared, function init, which we do not call, but we do have this function load script, which will create a script element, and the source is actually going to come from Google, from their Google's API, and we have this last option here in that, and callback equals init, which means once this script loads, it's going to call the function in our page that's called init, which is this function up here. And then so when the page is finished loading, the first thing it's going to do is call this function load script here, which will create the script element, append it to the body, and it's going to call Google APIs for the Google Maps. And then once that loads up, it's going to call our initialize script with these map options. And then once that's done, it'll show up on the page. So let's take a look what that looks like. Reload that. Okay. Here we see it loaded up and it's somewhere in LA. That is because I gave it these coordinates. I told it to center on a new Google map at this latitude and longitude at 34 and 34 east and 118 looks like south. If we type latitude, longitude of Los Angeles. Oh, that's right. That is north and east to west. So 34 north, 118 west. So if we type anything else, okay, Sydney, Australia. So I'll duplicate that line. It's Australia. So this one is south. So we have to remember this one will be the negative, and this is east, so that will stay positive. And when we reload the page, for now, in Sydney. And so that is a quick example of Google Maps API. But let's take a look at what they have today. So if we look for Google Maps API, these are the links that come up. So we go straight to Google Maps JavaScript API and see what it looks like today. So customize maps with your own content and imagery, get a key, view plans, there's guides, here's demos and sample code. And so we have this initiate map, basic map, create a map, and specify the DOM element for display. For our map, we new Google Maps, document get element by ID map. Okay, the styled maps, like this. This one has some looks like some style added via CSS type selectors. A satellite map. Here we go. Set map type ID to Google Maps satellite in order to activate the satellite imagery. And here it is. This one is for directions. So they define two places, Chicago and Indianapolis. Let me scroll into there. Zoom into there. There we go. Chicago, Indianapolis. And then we're centering onto Chicago, which has these coordinates. request, destination with our origin being Chicago, and travel mode, driving. Click on samples, you can get some basic sample code. Let's take a look. So that's Google's recommended sample code for JavaScript. Let's take a look at the HTML as well. And here you see, click to insert your credentials. Now if we look back at our source code, we do not have any credentials. We have sensor equals false. Let's take a look at their map and see if it runs without any credentials. Let's see. What did they call it back? Callback init map. We will replace this with Google's code. Oh. Uncomment this. We just add it. Change this one to init map. Then let's see if we're allowed to run it. It's not running. Okay, it run over here. And it did run without the API key. So this API key allows you to do a little more things with the Google Maps than the basic unauthenticated. We're using, you can probably do thousands of more requests. Like if you have a very busy website. Oh, here we go. Click do plans. So here we go. Standard, you get free 2,500 requests per day, then 50 cents for every 1,000 requests, up to 100,000 daily. Now, if you had more than that, then Google offers, of course, a premium plan. And so that's consuming the Google Maps API via JavaScript.